So what I really did not like about weeks 5 and 6 was... What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna be going over weeks 5 and 6 at ATP Flight School. So that way you know what you can expect, what you can do to succeed during this stage of the program, as well as something that I really did not love during this stage of the program. If you're new to my channel, my name is Luke. I'm a current private pilot working on my instrument rating at ATP Flight School. The goal of my channel is to document my journey towards becoming an airline pilot, provide aviation content, and inspire and help others on their aviation journey as well. So if you like the videos, I'd appreciate a subscribe and leave a comment telling me what video you want me to do next. So during weeks 5 and 6, we had a couple exciting things. We were originally just doing takeoffs and landings, working in the pattern and doing a couple maneuvers. I had my solo evaluation and I had my very first solo flight, which was amazing. We'll get to that later. And not only that, we had our first cross-country flight, meaning we actually left our airport and went to one quite a bit a ways and did a full stop landing there, which means we actually left our airport and flew to another airport at least 50 nautical miles away. So it actually felt like you're doing real flying, not just flying right around your home airport. Okay, so we're looking at my logbook here that I've got pulled up. Now for the first flights during those weeks, it looks like we really just did pattern work. So we were staying in the traffic pattern at the airport and we were just working on takeoffs and landings. I would say it was really about this time that I started getting pretty comfortable in the airplane with being able to land it safely every single time. Again, they still weren't perfect. They still aren't perfect, but I would say that I felt comfortable, which I think is the most important thing. I ended up passing the eval, so that meant I could then go on and solo the airplane, which means flying it with nobody in it. So it was awesome. As far as how soloing works at ATP, they require that before you go out and do a solo flight, you need to get in the airplane with an instructor, go and do a couple laps in the traffic pattern with the instructor. You come back down, shut off the plane, do everything. It's basically a solo warm-up is what they call it. And once you've done that warm-up, as long as the weather is still good, the winds aren't too strong or anything like that, then you can go solo the airplane. And for your first one, you'll go up and do a couple laps in the pattern. And man, it was an awesome experience. It definitely is something I'll never forget. I remember just taking off and looking to my side. First of all, we were climbing a lot better because we didn't have two dudes sitting in the plane. And then second of all, I just remember looking and being like, wow, I am the only person in this airplane flying right now. So definitely that was one of the funnest experiences I've had so far going through my pilot training. And it's something to look forward to if you haven't done yours yet. Following those solo flights, we then started our cross-country flights, which means you fly from your original point of departure to another airport that's at least 50 nautical miles away. And those were super fun. This is where you actually started to feel like you're becoming a pilot. You're not just flying in circles and doing stalls. You're actually flying to another airport, landing the plane, getting out, doing your thing, and then taking back off and going back to your home airport. So that was super fun doing those. Now, something that I really did not love about this stage was this. So I mentioned that you had to do the solo warm-ups before you can actually solo the airplane. Now ATP gives you 0.5. So they give you 30 minutes to turn on the airplane, to go out, do a couple laps in the pattern, come back and park the plane and turn it off. And so you have 30 minutes to do all of that. And if you use any time extra, that's going to be an extra charge on your account. So for each solo warm-up I did, it took about 0.7 or 0.8. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that's only like 10 minutes. That can't be that expensive. When you're at ATP and in flight training, it is expensive. At ATP, if you do happen to use more hours than what you're allotted during your program, the hourly rate that they calculate their numbers from is $400 per hour. So it is very expensive, probably more expensive than other flight schools just because it's ATP. So for me, if I went 0.1 over, so if I did 0.6 for that solo warm-up instead of 0.5, that's about an extra $66 that I get charged. So you can see how that would add up very quickly. So that's one of the things so far that I haven't loved. I wish they would give you a little more time for those solo warm-ups because it is a fixed cost program, but when you only allot 0.5 for a student to do a solo warm-up and it takes longer than a 0.5, it doesn't seem very fixed to me. That being said, up to this point, it has been a great experience so far. Other than that, everything's been super smooth. By this point, I had soloed an airplane, so I was feeling good. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you appreciate these videos and let me know what video you want me to do next, and I'll catch you next time.